Sovereign beings, they always had attitude of gratitude. No matter what, God's mercy is always upon his children. Spiritual food is necessary, part of being and existence of its blessings. Sovereign beings never lived a life of luxury or a fulfilled life like other humans do. Sovereign beings' life since birth was very painful and suffering. Growing up, moments of abandonment, moments of rejection, moments of persecution, and moments of hate and envy from people they loved. Life of loneliness and surrounded them since the early stages of their lives. They lived a very lonely life. Even they were surrounded by others, they still felt lonely because nobody really understood their sovereign being, the pureness of their heart. They were always judged for how they looked, what they were, and how they spoke. They got ignored, disrespected, abandoned in the midst of their care. Were always blamed for things they never said or did. They endured others' mistreatment their entire life. Good was taken from them, and bad was labeled on them and on their character. But since their spirit is so pure and potent, they never fought back. Sovereign beings take accountability head on, owns outcomes, successes, and failures they see as opportunities, doesn't blame others or circumstances, sees challenges as opportunities to improve. Moral compass is like their home. Sovereign beings operates from authenticity and in alignment with true values and identity. They have honest in expression, not formative, doesn't seek validation to define self worth, embodies emotional independence, doesn't really rely on others for validation or stability, can maintain inner peace despite external chaos, builds strong internal resilience. Authenticity is their home. They're always willing to learn and endure hardship in the midst of chaotic life, always learning, evolving, and refining beliefs with open minded but not easily manipulated, seeks truth over comfort. Sovereign beings are respectful to others despite of any disputes or internal battle. Sovereign beings are always willing to listen to understand, giving without expecting anything in return. Understanding thoughts and placing boundaries for self respect, learning not to overgive after healing traumas. Sovereign beings own their responsibilities without burdening others, cultivate self awareness, trauma healing. Because of their spiritual gifts, they can see things through their psyche with clarity and justice. They can sense if something is not right, and detect the lies and manipulation instantly. They may not word it out, but they can certainly feel the shift in the air. They can see others' unsaid words and emotions. They can see others' pain and internal battles. Sovereign beings, they can help out others without attachment. They offer sympathy without getting overwhelmed. Since they heal their traumas, they can easily detach from what no longer serves them. That is not being cold, because they have learned that attachment creates unhealthy bonds sometimes. A healed sovereign being is very vigilant. They're well aware of their surroundings. And the most important thing about their embodiment is telepathy, reading and communicating thoughts. They're clairvoyance, seeing things not physically present, precognition, knowing future events. Their intuition is always on point. They have selective memories. They can detect the danger sooner before anybody or anyone launches it. They see things what others do not understand, and that puts them in danger. And that puts them in danger. Their beliefs and their presence is unfit to the society. They don't operate through society's timeline. They obey and follow God's guidance. They are the child of God. And so, for that reason, they're being misunderstood on a human level. But they are content with that. They'll rather get misunderstood than be liked. Their loneliness is not being said or not being accepted by the society. Their solitude is their sanctuary where they learn, grow, and flourish in their own essence, because their spirit is not from this world, so they can operate in solitude perfectly fine. Yes, there will be lonely days. They will feel lonely because part of them is human, but then they have the self awareness that they are not the same what the society provides. So, for that reason, they stay vigilant. They use their self awareness as a knowledge to stay true to themselves and to God. They are a-okay being alone in their own solitude to revive their own Holy Spirit through the grace of God. Sovereign beings are pure hearted, and their soul is kind and loving. All they want is peace and harmony with themselves and with others. And when they cannot get it from others, they remain in their solitude. Peace be with you all.